There was comments such as, "You lot sit over there near the toilets," elephant washers, the word "packy" was used constantly, felt isolated, humiliated at times. Kevin was something Gary used to describe everyone of colour in a very derogatory manner. That's why I understand that Alex went on to name his dog Kevin because it was black.
This is Azeem Rafiq, a former Yorkshire cricketer from Pakistani origin. Does it light a bulb when I say Yorkshire? Well, do you remember Chiteshwar Pujara? It's the same club that he joined, and I'm pretty sure you remember. He was never called by his first name. Instead, he was called Steve or Kevin.
Once I left the club, Chiteshwar Pujara joined the club, and Jack Brooks, I think, started it where he didn't feel the need to call him by his first name. There is an interview with Chiteshwar where he said, "I'd prefer them not to." Kevin was something Gary used to describe everyone of colour in a very derogatory manner, whether that be publicly, whether that be within the dressing room, whether that be opposition. This is an open secret within the England dressing room. This is anyone that's come across Gary would know that that's a phrase he used to describe people of colour. It was used in a derogatory manner all the time. Because Gary and Alex Hales at the time got really close to each other when they played for England together, and that's my understanding. Obviously I wasn't present in that dressing room, but that's why I understand that Alex went on to name his dog Kevin because it was black.
Azeem Rafiq has been vocal about what the world calls institutional racism. On Tuesday, DCMS committee offered Azeem a chance to speak in the British Parliament with a parliamentary privilege. And when I say this, you believe me. He did not mince his words. This is Azeem Rafiq at the core of English cricket's racism controversy, providing disturbing details from his playing days to the Leeds Employment Tribunal. He narrated loud and clear about the racism and inhuman treatment he's gone through in Yorkshire club, raising on table some prominent names such as Matthew Hoggard, Michael Vaughan, Gary Ballance.
My first instance of drinking, I actually got pinned down at my local cricket club, and red wine got poured down my throat.
How old were you?
15.
15, you're a Muslim, 15.
15-year-old, I got literally down my throat. The player played for Yorkshire, played for Hampshire. I kept begging the ECB, the PCA. The PCA kept telling me, "Oh, we agree with Yorkshire, independent investigation." I'm telling them, look, they're not doing the right thing. They're changing processes. They're not communicating with me. This is going to end up in a car crash for everyone. Once the sponsors started going and the MPs started being vocal about it, it was at that point that ECB came in. I'm sure they're going to be asked this and they'll have their reasons for it.
At the age of 15, Rafiq recounted his experience of being pinned down and forced to drink alcohol at his local cricket club. This clearly indicates that racism is a societal problem lying well beyond the Yorkshire club and its boundaries.
My first instance of drinking, I actually got pinned down at my local cricket club, and red wine got poured down my throat.
It wasn't just Azeem who was a victim of racism. Cricketers such as Adil Rashid and Rana Navedul Hassan backed the claims on Michael Vaughan's racist remarks.
Adil Rashid is the only British-born member on the Yorkshire staff. It's actually scary. And you get this throughout the country. You challenge someone and you get from Birmingham, you say, yeah, well, 50% of our academy is South Asian.
Now, where does this leave English cricket? Where does it leave the English cricketers? Who are racist and who stayed silent like Joe Root? Azeem Rafiq is clear. Racism is not a banter.
All I wanted to do is play cricket and play cricket for England and live my dream and live my family's dream. I can't even imagine as a parent hearing me speak now why I would ever want my kids to go anywhere near the game. And I don't want my son to go anywhere near cricket.